everyone, hello, Chocolo here for another video review. It's a Snickers peanut brownie. As it said there, peanuts, caramel, brownie, milk chocolate. Another in the Australian Snickers limited edition range. This butterscotch one before. Yes, I don't know, chocolate in Australia is so much better than chocolate in the UK. They get so many different interesting limited editions, you know, compared to what we have here. It's bizarre, you'd think in the UK we'd have so much more, but we just don't. And Australia is just so much ahead of us, you know, in the Cadbury range, the Snickers ranges, M&M's and all of the stuff really. Mars, you know, they are such interesting products, you know. It's bizarre that we don't have them here. But yeah. So what is it? Well, basically it looks like they've presumably just changed the nougat with some kind of brownie mix, I think. And also put, seems to put like peanuts in the brownie as well rather than the caramel. Interesting. Now, for me, we were discussing this in Stash Watch the other day, really, episode 93, I think it was, one of the, I think it was episode anyway. But either way, discussing with Scotty and Alan and other people. I'm not sure that peanuts in brownie are for me, really, generally. But you can sometimes get hazelnuts in them. I don't know if peanuts is something, but hazelnuts, I think, is what you often or frequently or sometimes get in brownies. I prefer sort of centre brownies, the outside to be crackly, but the centre to be very soft and gooey. Maybe with some sort of like chocolate chips in or something like that, or fudgy chewy bits or something. But I'm not a big fan of nuts in them, really, nuts in brownies and things. But nonetheless, it is a thing. And I think if you're going to do it, you know, with Snickers bar having the peanuts in, I think it works really well. It's a really good idea of incorporating that, you know. And yeah, I'm not against it. So what have we got? Anything of interest? We've got some blurb here. Snickers brownie bar contains milk chocolate 35%, brownie 35% of it is, caramel 18%, and peanuts 11%. So what does that add up to? 35 and 35, 70. Add 18, that's 88. Add 11, 99. Also equals 99%. Guess the rounding perhaps is the reason why, but there we go. There's the rest of the ingredients. Milk chocolate contains a minimum of 23% cocoa solids and 21% milk solids. Contains peanuts, milk, soy, egg, may contain tree nuts, gluten. Packed with nuts, it says there, look at that. There's the Australia and New Zealand contact addresses. We've got the input stick here, stuck over the real sticker. Per 100 grams, I think it's 466 calories, but it could be 468. Yeah, 468 calories, 22.9 grams of fat, 7.8 of which are saturates. And per serving, see if we can see that one, 209 calories, 10.1 grams of fat, 3.4 of which are saturates. Okay. Alright. Yeah, interesting. What's the weight of the bar? Does it have a weightage? 44 grams, there we go. Alright. Okay, alright, well, I don't think there's much more to say really, so other than the fact it looks a nice product, looks nice packaging, you know, like the purple and the red as well, works good. Versus Snickers and stuff. But I think the next step is just to give it an open, so let's do just that. Okay, everyone, going to give this Snickers peanut brownie an open. Peanuts, caramel, brownie, milk chocolate. Yeah, very excited for this actually, I must say. So let's do just that. It flourishes, by the way. You know, it goes without saying in most chocolate products, doesn't it? But definitely, you know, a lot of flourishes there. So time we've done about 1,070, if not more, reviews. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. So on the comment link to place more reviews, while some related ones, such as other Snickers ones, other Australian bars, other brownie bars maybe, yeah. Another Snickers, if I didn't mention that, so I think I probably did, but yeah, so if you like, subscribe and watch this video, go check this out. If you enjoy this too. Okay, so it looks nice, got that typical Snickers, lovely, well, relatively typical, but I think it's the Snickers sort of top. I like Mars and Snickers have a sort of unique, sort of wavy pattern on the top, or pattern anyway. See the fat is separated a bit from the bar there. Overall, it's pretty good, yeah, I like it. Let's give it a bit of a measure. In fact, before we do, let's just we can see here, just if you compare it to the size of the wrapper, I mean, you can see just how much, you know, is missing there. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, when you consider the bar itself is roughly about 9.5 centimetres, but the wrapper is about 14, you know, so it's just ridiculous, like half the bar again, basically. Alright, let's give it a bit of a measure with the calipers, get a bit more of an accurate look. About 9.6 centimetres. Diameter 2.4 and height 1.6. Right. Roughly, you know, roughly. Okay, well, let's give it a bit of a chop. Yeah, let's have a see. Alright, I have to chop this one, I think. I'll do it to down the side because it will scrunch the other way. Right, so interesting. So yeah, they have literally put the peanuts inside the brownie this time, which I think is interesting. Yeah, because as I say, Snickers usually the peanuts from the caramel, so I quite like the way they've done that. They've kind of gone all out to make it a brownie, you know, with nuts in. So yeah, interesting. Looks very gooey as well. Smells quite nice. Smells quite cocoa brownie. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think I really am. So without further ado, yeah, I think we need to lift myself up and give it a taste. Find out if it's as nice as it looks. Let's do just that. Okay then everyone, going to give this Snickers peanut brownie bar. Yes, a taste. Very excited. I'm very excited indeed. Yeah, so peanuts, caramel, brownie, milk chocolate. So basically replace the nougat with brownie or brownie mix. And put the peanuts inside the brownie as well to represent sort of like a, well, I guess peanut brownie, I guess. I think it's normally hazelnuts, I think. But either way, not too bad. But yeah, usually the peanuts are inside the caramel. So it's an interesting one. They've not been lazy about it. They've actually made an effort to make this actually more brownie-like. And you can see here as well, if I lift it up, you can see just what they've done there. It looks interesting indeed. So, but how's it taste? It tastes like brownie. Brownie is always a difficult thing for chocolate bars, and well, basically anything that's not a fresh, warm, lovely brownie to replicate, because they're usually not quite moist and soft and gooey and all sorts. But this one, maybe it is. So the caramel seems to be oozing out of it as well. Quite like that. Yeah, it's very interesting indeed. All right, well, let's give it a taste. Is it as good as it looks? Let's find out. You know what? That is pretty good. I mean, it's a strange one. I think the caramel kind of, it's a bit more, because of the lack of the nougat there. It's definitely, you get an emphasis on the caramel taste actually more than anything else. Peanuts seem to dissolve or disintegrate. I didn't taste much peanut at all actually. I don't know what happened there, but interesting. Let's give it a bit there. Just took the top off there. So a bit fewer, a bit less of the impact of the caramel. Let's see. There's a bit of a crunch of peanut, but it's I don't think it's quite packed with nuts like it says, but there's definitely enough. I think the brownie is actually really nice. It's quite melted in the mouth. It does come across as not, I wouldn't say moist, but definitely gooey. And I think the caramel definitely helps with that. I think the caramel's quite the strong taste here, though. I think definitely, I don't taste so much peanuts. Definitely quite a strong caramel taste. But you know what? I think it works quite well. I think that's quite nice. And I feel like it does kind of give you a sort of brownie impression from that taste as well. Because when you have a brownie, it's kind of usually quite gooey and things. And even though this is caramel, I think it still ticks that box. It does, even though it's not the same. It still works. And it's a very nice one, actually. I think the only problem has been maybe it's a bit... The peanuts don't quite give you the semblance of a brownie as far as what's in it. You don't get the sort of other, I won't say crunchy bits, but sort of other chocolatey bits or other gooey bits in there. It feels a bit like there needs to be more in it. I guess there's something. The peanuts do add a bit of something there, don't they? I just feel like there should be something else. I don't know what it is, but it's very nice actually. It's still very nice. I feel like it's not really a Snickers, it's different, and I feel that's good and bad. I feel like Snickers, the nougat is kind of something that is quintessential for a Snickers, really. I know you could say the peanuts are as well, of course, but the nougat, generally that sort of texture, is usually something that really marks and stands out, marks the Snickers out as being something quite unique. And I know Mars has a, more Milky Way, I think, if you're in the US, but Mars definitely has a sort of similar nougat, but it's not as nice as the Snickers one. The Snickers one is just really, really lovely. Because this one doesn't have it, it does kind of, I don't know if detract's too strong a word, but it definitely doesn't give it a Snickers feel. And obviously the peanuts not being in the caramel either, kind of, it's a bit of a funny one. It's interesting though. It's really interesting, but I feel like it's not really a Snickers bar. I feel like it's more, I don't know. It's just because of the way it's rearranged and there's no the nougat's not there and the peanuts aren't in the caramel. I don't know, it doesn't really feel like a limited edition Snickers bar. It feels like something else. It feels more akin to a Mars bar, probably. But I don't know, it's a funny one. Obviously, there's peanuts there and stuff like that. I don't know, it's an interesting one. But it doesn't really feel like a Snickers bar. It really doesn't. It doesn't feel like a limited edition Snickers bar at all. It feels like a completely different bar, really. Which is good and bad. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to make of that. But I think the main gist of it is it does kind of hit the brief. It does pretty much give a brownie experience, which I'm very impressed by. It's not perfect, but it's definitely close, and definitely closer than a lot of other bars. I think Snickers for me is about 4 out of 5. This one, it's not really a Snickers, but it does work as something else. It does give you that relative experience. It's a bit more, it's a bit more chocolatey because of the brownie, and the caramel definitely is emphasised a lot more because of the, there's no real taste to the brownie as such, more the texture. I mean, obviously it does taste of something, but it's not really a strong taste, and that's why the caramel is really strong in this case, whereas it isn't in a normal Snickers. And obviously the peanuts do give a bit of crunch. Don't taste the peanuts much. I feel like there's not as prominent as you'd think there would be. It's certainly not packed with them, but there is a peanut crunch there. But you don't taste them that much either. I don't know. I don't know if it's because the brownie nullifies them, or the caramel does. But I guess the caramel would do in a normal Snickers as well. But I don't know, for some reason or another, they're not quite as prominent here. So it's not quite the packed with nuts that it suggests. At least in my one, anyway. Maybe other people's would be. I don't know. But all in all, I think it works pretty well. It's definitely, I think Snickers, as I say, is a 4 out of 5. I think I said. I think this one, I don't know. It doesn't quite give me the same sort of oomph or the same feel that a Snickers does. It's not. I feel like I probably prefer a Snickers really generally, but it's definitely different enough, and I admire that, the way they've not been lazy and they've actually made an effort to make this difference, and they've literally not just flavoured things, they've moved things around, they've changed things. It's but as I say, to the point where it's not really recognisable as a Snickers, I would say, really, other than the packaging. So nonetheless, I think it's a low. Yeah, I think it's a low 4 out of 5 for me. It's not certainly not higher than a 4, but I think it's better than a 3.5. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Right, guys, if you enjoyed that review, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Links in the description of that, as is a link for the Discord server. If you come on the videos that's been on the screen now, it's more channel by continuing to watch my content. Like and subscribe, leave a comment for free. Always great to hear from you. Always do my best to reply. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.